Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Funny Girl Abroad. This is me. I am sick. This is my voice nowadays, so you have to listen to me. Both struggling with the language and also dying in front of your very eyes and ears. I can't believe that's pleasant. I'm pretty sure it's not. So I don't know if you can handle this. You're a champion around here. It was about time. It's November now. It was about time I was gonna get a cold. It's the time. In November I get a cold, or like a couple of colds, and then I get at least two in December, of which one is always on top of some holiday, probably Christmas or New Year's or whatnot. And then we have like a few more spread around on January and February. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe it's not several colds. I think it's just one cold that like lets me a little bit and then grabs me and then lets me a little bit, It's one cold playing games. It's one cold that wants me to be on my toes. It's one cold from November to March. And then a little bit in May, and then a little bit in July. Actually, maybe it's one cold the whole year. Actually, I think it's one cold since I came to Sweden. It's the same cold. I think I got one cold in 2019, and it's been going on now for 6 years in continuation. Doesn't miss a day. Just some vacations, of course, with some time off, because it's Sweden, okay? I think it's fantastic what happens to you when you get a cold. All of a sudden, you're the nicest person in the world. I mean, it's ridiculous how nice I become as soon as I get a cold, you know? I don't think I'm so nice regularly. I can have a little bit of an attitude, I can be a bit dissatisfied with stuff, a little grumpy sometimes, but the moment I have a cold, I am Jesus. Nothing can bother me. I'm extremely patient. I have only love in my heart for everybody. I love my neighbor as I love myself, because the neighbor might be the person that finds me, you never know. Today we're going to talk about moving to a colder country. Okay, this is a specific situation. You might have moved abroad, but you might have moved in a warmer country. And in that case, I don't know what to say. Congratulations. You're winning. You're doing life correctly. So you move to a cold country. Apart from all of the classic usual abroad problems, you're gonna have the oh my god, it's cold problems. That is an extra set of problems. It's like a bonus package that you get. For a lot of people, this is enough to not want to live there. I think this is something that is not said enough, okay? And I really respect those people. They move to the country, they live there for a bit. Then they're like, you know what? No, not for me. Why is not for you? Because it's cold. That just that it's cold? Yeah. And when you hear this, your first reaction is to almost argue and be like, we're in a fairly modern society. There's stuff that you can do. Like we have jackets. We have several ways of heating places for long times. And you can buy those things. You don't have to make them yourself. You don't have to kill an animal. You don't have to do anything at all. Okay, you just have to do what everybody else is doing. Just look around and look how is everybody else surviving, and you do the same thing. It is cold. I do not like cold. Goodbye. And honestly, by time, I have come to really appreciate that. I think this is a person that knows themselves and knows how to enjoy life, really. Because there are all those things in life that are so trivial and you don't really care so much about them. But they are constant. And if something is constantly there, Well, it's rather serious. I mean, the fact that it's cold is like, okay, whatever, just the temperature, put on an extra jacket. But it's cold every day. It's not a problem that you solve. It's not like the weather isn't working, okay, I fixed it and now it's working and now it's fine. No, it's just you're gonna live in the cold forever. So if someone doesn't like that, I think it's super enviable to have the strength and be like, no, this is important for my life, that I don't want to be cold. Now, as for me, the truth is that I also do not like cold. I do not like to be cold. I do not enjoy it. But what's really funny about me is that I have a really short memory, like emotional memory almost. Like I'm very mad by something and then the next moment I don't remember what I was so mad about. So many times I'm very cold. I get very upset. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Then I arrive at the place that I was going to, the heat is really good. I'm like, oh, well, so what were we saying? It just leaves me, the upsetness, the frustration. It leaves me too fast. I can't hold on to it. So when the time comes to be like, hey, remember when I was thinking, but I don't want to take it anymore and I don't like the cold? I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know. I guess I was a bit overreacting. It's probably because I was cold. One of the biggest things that changed for me when I moved to Sweden as a person, like fundamentally, was my relationship to being indoors, which in the past was not a particularly good thing. I did not really like being indoors and I did not particularly like being at home. I thought it was just, a place where I keep my stuff. That's basically it. As I go out and live and have adventures. And then I know that all of my stuff is there. So if I need anything, I can go pick it up. That was pretty much it. I also sleep there. And sometimes eat and like cook, but that's once in a while. I felt about my home like you would feel about a storage unit. If it also had a bed in it. I don't know, maybe it didn't help, but I always had those super small places, those super tiny apartments. I didn't care about making it cozy, I didn't care about enjoying my time there, anything. When you are in Sweden, both people that have moved there and people that were born there, when you're in Sweden, indoors is where you survive. Outdoors is death. Okay, outdoors is goodbye. Indoors is the most beautiful, magical place. People have those weird, do I have the, yeah, people get those fluffy blankets that look like carpets. I don't know what this is, to be honest. I don't know. I use it for decoration. It feels like a blanket, but it looks like a carpet. It's ridiculous how fluffy things are. In Sweden, having a cozy place is an art. I think it's actually more a Danish thing, or like it's the Danish have a word for it. Is it hygge? Or was it the Norwegian with a hygge? I don't know. Even though some of those people are the ones that particularly have the concept of cozy, but have trademark the cozy. Some nation did that. And I don't think it's Sweden, I don't remember who it is. But they are all, they all abide by the cozy. They all love the cozy and live in that way. So they all have an unbelievable love for blankets, carpets, fuzzy stuff, fluffiness in general, everything fluffy. Fluffy jackets, fluffy carpets, fluffy blankets, fluffy hair. And that is the way to go when it's really cold. You have to embrace the cozy and live basically, okay, here's how you do it. Here's an idea that I just had. This is also because I just have a cold. If you're wondering about, okay, how can I bring the hygge into my life? How can I live more cozily? Here's what you can do. Just act every day when you are at home as if you're sick. But you're not sick, but pretend you're sick, but don't take the medicine. Don't start swallowing pills. I mean, we can use some common sense here. I think I can trust you to be reasonable. The other stuff, the part where you take a warm bath and cover yourself with extra blankets, watch a little bit more TV, or have very warm socks. In Scandinavia, in a cold country, nothing beats the cozy. Nothing really. There's nothing better. Even not fun doesn't beat cozy. People use it for everything, first of all. People say this is a cozy person. I don't know about that. This is too deep Scandinavia. I haven't unlocked that level. I have no idea what people mean. And not about like some granny that owns a little bookstore and gives good book recommendations and always wears a cardigan. This I would get it. This is a cozy person. Aesthetic wise, but not aesthetic wise, like essence wise. This person has a cozy essence. This is what I've heard sometimes. Although maybe I'm just hanging out with crazy people. I don't know if this is something that people generally say. This is always something to consider when you're in another country. Maybe you think, oh my god, this is apparently that's a thing here, and then you realize, no, I'm just hanging out with weirdos is what's going on. Another thing that happens when you move to a cold country, your clothes are out. Sorry to say, they're as good as dead. They mean nothing to you anymore. They can't help you, they can't protect you, they can't do anything for you. You're gonna need warmer clothes. And not just clothes that look or you'd think are warmer, but clothes that are actually warmer. For me, it's always been like the clothes that look like they're warm and are going to protect you from the cold, they generally do that. But turns out that is not exactly the case. It has to do with a whole bunch of stuff. Materials, thickness, how, I don't know, how stuffed are the feathers together in the jacket. I don't know, I have no idea. But I know that there's stuff going on, there's an alchemy to it. Okay, because there's jackets that are like half in thickness than other jackets but are warmer. How is this possible? I don't know what kind of sorcery this is. I just know that's the one I'm gonna need. That's all I know. The clothes start to, I don't know, have some doubts about the kind of service that they can provide. You put on the super sturdy, warm, heavy, proper cardigan or jumper but you always relied on, but has put you in and out of the university. You put it on and it's like, man, I don't know what to do in this climate. This is a different climate. I'm like, but you are the warmest piece of clothing I own. Well, yeah, but we had the contract. And our contract was, until 10 degrees. That was the contract. Maybe 5. Or potentially 0, but not long term. Couple of zeros. I can do couple of zeros a year, okay? Fine. I'm gonna have to find somebody else. And then you go around the stores and you asking, at this point, I'm not even asking for clothes. I'm not even asking for service. I'm asking for mercy. Generally speaking, you don't have this kind of expectations from people that sell stuff for a living. But what I have found is that people have a higher level of integrity, the salespeople, especially when it comes to this thing, okay? When it comes to this thing, not everything, not for everything. It's not like, how does it look on me? And you look like a clown and they're gonna tell you that. No, of course. You look amazing 100%. It really brings out your style. Please buy, People lie just like everywhere else. But when it comes to this one thing, when it comes to whether a piece of clothing is good for the winter or not, people are not messing around because they don't want to have your body on their conscience. How many times I've been to a clothing store and I picked up something I liked and I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna buy this. I wanna wear it for the winter. And they were like, no. Like, but it's huge. Are you seeing this? This looks something that Santa Claus would wear. This is no. Yeah, this is not for the winter. It has fur in like multiple different places. It's braided. How is this not for the winter? Well, it's not for the winter. You can wear it in fall. You can wear it for the winter. Are you gonna be here or are you gonna go to a warmer country? If you're gonna go to a warmer country, you can wear it. Some of the people that I am the most grateful for, that I don't think I would be able to have survived this country without, is the people that have sold me clothes when I first moved here. It's like, thank you for your service. Honestly, I would have bought anything, really. You can't trust those people, and this is huge. But, and there's a but, you have to be the one that asks the question if something is for the winter. And you need someone to tell you that, because if you don't know, you're not gonna ask. The other thing is that, of course, you're gonna get a cold. It's better, instead of trying to find the exact equivalent of the things that you're used to treating your cold with in your home country, because many of them you won't find anyways. It's better to just ask people, and particularly the pharmacists, just ask, what do people take here for the cold? Okay, because maybe it's different stuff, maybe it's something better. Maybe they have some type of pastille for the throat, or some type of spray or whatever, that you just didn't have in your home country, and it works for you. This is a possibility. So instead of trying to find the exact thing that you're used to, it's a nice time to shop around when it comes to medicine, isn't it? When you are abroad, you get to try something new, what's the new collection? What is there for flu 2025? What do you have? I don't like trying new clothes for every season, but I love trying new medicine for every season. I get a cold, at least a cold every year, so it's easy for me to, there's many opportunities for me to try. The good thing if you live in Scandinavia is, at least when you get sick, you don't have to change your lifestyle that much. Because if you're living by the cozy, if you abide by the cozy rules, you're already halfway there, okay? You just add the thermometer, and you're set. Now, of course, maybe you are one of those annoying people that are like, oh, I haven't had a cold since I was at school. I haven't been sick for years, like years. I am the opposite. I have one cold for years. So I can't relate, really. I'm very envious of those people. It's usually a guy that also seems to not be taking any precautions for his health whatsoever. I mean, just jealousy never stops. To sum up, when you move to a colder country, it's going to be a challenge for sure. But the biggest thing is that you find this new level of appreciation and happiness and joy and gratefulness for when it's not cold. Right? This is the one thing that unites us all in a cold country. Because the state of, not even warm, just the state of not cold is a reason for celebration. Pretty much just like when you are sick and all you want to be is not sick. It's pretty much the same with not cold when you live in a country like this. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your patience. Bench. I've said this a million different ways. I almost said pension. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Thank you for your patience with my voice, and I'll see you around. Take care.